Hey guys, today I'm going to be reading out of 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13. It says that no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. This verse is incredibly hopeful, but it also comes with a challenge, and I'll get to that in a moment. But first of all, it says that no temptation has the power to overtake us. Whatever is trying to overtake you today cannot, because God is with you, and He is more powerful. But I want to highlight the part and the challenge that it says, but when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. And the definition of endure means to suffer something difficult or painful patiently. God doesn't just move temptations out of our life, and He isn't saying that we won't go through them. There are times when we're going to have to suffer patiently. And Jesus is the best example and the most extreme example in this. I'm sure that there were times when He was probably tempted to tell God, enough is enough. These people don't even want this. They're still sitting around in their sin, and I'm not going to go to the cross. But He chose instead to suffer patiently for our salvation. And this is the same Jesus who is with us in our moments of temptation. So this challenge is not necessarily easy, but it does lead to a life of freedom. So today, while you're on your mat, I want you to think about anything in your life that might be trying to overtake you, or temptations that feel too big to handle. And know that God is with you, and He is more powerful, and that Jesus, the one who went to the cross for you, is with you in those moments of struggle. So grab your mat and your water, and let's get started. Alright friends, we're going to get started today in Shavasana, or corpse pose. Closing the eyes and just starting to let the body become heavy into the mat. Releasing all the muscles. And let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths all together. Go ahead and release out through the mouth. And then take a deep inhale through the nose, filling up all the way through the body. And then let it out with a deep sigh. Inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. One more time. Deep breath in. And open mouth. Exhale. Draw the knees into the chest and give them a tight hug. Maybe rocking from side to side, massaging out the spine if that feels good. Or maybe taking the knees in a circle, pressing them forward, letting them fall out to the side, and then back into the chest. Inhale and exhale, and then maybe reversing those circles, starting to open up the hips and the glutes. Inhale and exhale, come back to the center. Bring the arms out to a T, and we're going to let the knees fall over to the right, opening up through the left side of the body, and the gaze falls to the left, getting a supine twist here. Maybe it feels good to keep the knees bent, or extending the legs out, pointing through the toes. Inhale. And exhale, maybe bring the gaze just a little deeper into this stretch, further over to the left. One more deep breath here. Inhale. and exhale. Great job. Slowly draw the knees back into the center, and let's take it over to the other side. Knees falling to the left. Again, maybe keeping the knees bent or extending through the legs. Gaze coming over the right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Taking it a little bit deeper. Let the feet come heavy into the ground. And the gaze come a little bit deeper. Inhale and open mouth, exhale. Great job. Slowly come back to center. And we're going to plant the left foot into the mat and bring the right ankle on top of the left knee, coming into a reclined pigeon pose. So pressing that right knee towards the front, open up the right hip, and the arms come out to the sides. Maybe finding a slight rock from side to side with that left knee, opening up the hips a little bit deeper. Inhale and exhale. One more deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. Bring the knee back to center. Maybe stay here, or maybe grab onto the back of the left thigh and start to pull that knee into the chest. Taking the stretch a little further, opening up the right hip a little deeper. And we're going to stay here, close the eyes, and breathe for a little bit. Take one more deep breath here in your reclined pigeon posture. Inhaling through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Slowly release the feet back into the mat, and we're going to switch to the other side. Left ankle on top of the right knee, arms coming out to the sides, and maybe getting a slight rock from side to side with that right knee. Opening up the left hip, pressing the left knee forward. Inhale and open mouth, exhale, releasing any tightness that might be in this left hip space. One more deep breath in and open mouth, exhale. Come back to center and maybe staying here, or maybe grab onto the back of that right thigh and slowly pull the knee into the chest, taking your reclined pigeon one step deeper. Inhale and exhale, pulling the knee into the chest. Close the eyes and let's stay here and breathe for a moment. Take one more deep breath here in this posture, and then exhale, slowly release the feet back into the mat and roll onto the right side of the body, coming into a fetal posture, with the right fingertips reaching towards the back. Left hand is gently placed into the mat. Close the eyes and bend the knees, letting the body just relax into the mat here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And open mouth, exhale it out. Inhale. And exhale, slowly and gently press through the left hand and rise up into a simple seated posture on your mat. Crossing at the ankles, bringing the hands to the knees. Rooting through the sits bones and sitting tall through the crown of the head, elongating through the spine. Inhale, reach the hands high, and exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach it high. And exhale, hands to heart center. Bring the hands to the knees. And inhale, the shoulders high towards the ears. Exhale, release them back down. Go ahead and take some shoulder rolls here. Getting some movement in between the shoulder blades and through the chest. Moving slowly and gently. And then reversing those rolls, coming forward. Inhale and exhale. Great job. Come back to center. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, drop the chin down into the chest and start to roll out the head towards the right, getting some neck rolls. Inhale, slowly moving. Exhale, releasing any tightness here. Great job. And then reversing those rolls, going the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center. Take the left hand over to the right knee and find a spinal twist, bringing the gaze towards the back. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. Great job. Inhale, come back to center. Take the right hand to the left knee and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, release the feet out to a V in front of you, toes towards the sky. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. And exhale, release the right hand down and open up into a side stretch, reaching the left fingertips over towards the right. Inhale, slightly pull that left shoulder back, opening up the chest. And exhale, reach a little bit deeper. Inhale. And exhale, swing the fingertips to the middle of the mat and fold down. Maybe coming onto the elbows or maybe staying planted on the hands. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, drawing the chest down towards the mat. One more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale, walk the hands back into the body. Reach the fingertips high. And exhale, side stretch on the other side. Left hand coming down and right fingertips reaching over. Inhale the right shoulder back just a little bit. And exhale, folding a little bit deeper. One more deep breath in. And exhale, swing the fingertips towards the front and fold down the mat. Close the eyes. Think about breathing into the hips, opening up the hamstrings and the lower back as you fold. Inhale and exhale. Great job, releasing just a little bit deeper into this posture. One more deep breath in. And exhale, come back to center. Bring the feet together. And inhale the fingertips high. Exhale, hinging at the hips, come forward into your forward fold. Grabbing onto the shins or the ankles or the toes. And exhale, release the chest down towards the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Opening up a little bit deeper into this posture. Inhale. And exhale. Great job. Walk the hands back into the body. Swing the feet around, and we're going to come into a tabletop position. Hands coming under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Draw the belly button in towards the spine, creating a flat back here. And we're going to warm up the spine with a flow going from cow pose to child's pose. So as you inhale, drop the chest down towards the mat, lift the gaze high, and exhale, arch through the spine and bring the hips down onto the heels for child's pose. Great job. Inhale, come back up into cow. Drop the chest low, lift the gaze high. And exhale, round into the spine, child's pose, reaching forward with the fingertips. Let's take it 2 more times. Inhale, come into your cow pose, opening up the front body. And exhale, rounding through the back body, child's pose. Last time, inhale, come forward, open up through the heart, through the chest. And exhale, lengthen and bring the hips back onto the heels. Now as we're in child's pose, begin to find your comfortable version of child's pose, leaving the knees together or spreading the knees out wide and letting the heart come closer to the mat. Reaching the fingertips forward. Inhale and exhale. And we're just going to stay here, closing the eyes, focusing on the breath for a moment. Take one more deep breath here in your child's pose, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Bring the knees back together if they weren't already. Tuck the toes and begin to lift the hips slowly, coming into your downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips out wide and then walk the feet out, bending one knee at a time. Releasing the heels down towards the mat, opening up through the backs of the legs. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach the right toes high in a 3-legged dog. And exhale, step the foot in between the hands. And then we're going to heel toe that foot to the outside of the right hand, coming into a lizard posture. So maybe you stay here or drop the back knee and toes down and maybe come down onto the forearms if that's available today. But be present with your body today, taking this posture as it's available to you. Breathing into the space, into the right hip, closing the eyes, and let's hold here for a moment. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Come back up onto the hands if you were down on the forearms. And then we're going to heel toe that foot back into the body and bring that right foot over to the left thumb, dropping the right knee down to the left hand, finding our pigeon pose. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, slowly make your way down into a sleeping pigeon. Maybe resting the head on the forearms if that feels good. Closing the eyes and breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Come back onto the hands, tuck the back toes, and lift the hips, stepping back into your downward facing dog. Again, maybe taking a moment to walk out the feet, bending one knee at a time, bringing the chest in towards the legs. Open up the chest and the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift the left toes high for three-legged dog. And exhale, step the foot in between the hands and heel toe that foot to the outside of the left hand, coming back into your version of lizard posture. Maybe dropping the back knee down and maybe coming onto the forearms, closing the eyes and breathing into this posture. Inhale and exhale, rise back onto the hands if you weren't there already, and walk that foot over to the right hand. Drop the left knee down to meet the left thumb and slowly make your way into pigeon posture. Inhale, open up the chest, and exhale, fold down into sleeping pigeon. Closing the eyes, resting here in this posture. Inhale and exhale, slowly come onto the hands and swing the right foot around, planting the feet in the mat in front of you. Inhale, give those knees a hug, and then exhale, slowly release the back all the way down onto the mat, pulling the knees into the chest and maybe finding a rock from side to side. Inhale and exhale, keeping the right knee into the chest, release the left toes long, grab onto the big toe of the right foot, and slowly start to extend that leg into the hand, just coming to wherever is available to you today. Maybe you keep a little bit of a bend in the knee, or maybe you fully extend and begin to release that foot out to the right side, left arm coming long. Being present again with your body, tuning into what it's in need of today, and not pushing past any limits. Inhale, breathing into that right hip. Open mouth, exhale it out. Great job. One more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, slowly bring that foot back to center, bending the knee and giving it a tight hug. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to switch out the feet, pulling the left knee into the chest. And then grabbing onto the big toe, start to extend into that left hand. Taking your version, maybe staying here in the center or maybe falling out to the side, right arm coming long. If you're here, make sure there's equal weight in the hips, that you're not overcompensating and twisting through the hips, but keeping that right hip grounded. Inhale and exhale. Great job. One more deep breath here. Inhale through the nose and open mouth, exhale. Bring that foot back into the center, give the knee a hug, and then send the toes long down the mat, finding your final resting posture back into Shavasana or corpse pose. And beginning to move down through the body, releasing each muscle at a time, starting with the forehead. Unfurrow the eyebrows and let the eyes sink back and the eyelids just softly closing on top of them. Unclench the jaw and let the tongue come away from the roof of the mouth. Open up the chest and let the shoulders come heavy, feeling a rise and fall of the belly with every inhale and exhale. Let the hips be soft. Unlock the knees and let the toes roll to the outsides of the mat. Finding that deep breath, being still here. And while we're in our final resting posture, closing out our practice, I want to leave you with 3 questions to take away from your mat today. What temptation is trying to overtake you today? Is that temptation looking bigger than God in your sight right now? How can you call on Jesus, the one who has overcome it all, to help you in your moments of temptation? God, you are so good. You are with us in every moment, Lord. The times whenever we feel like we're able to handle it all, and Lord, whenever it's difficult and when there are challenges in our life. God, as we ask ourselves these questions, would you speak to our hearts and reveal places that maybe we're just tempted by selfishness or pride, or maybe there are some real deep struggles and challenges in our life right now. And I pray that as those things are revealed to us, that we wouldn't feel shame, but we would feel your arms around us, that your presence is there to help us and to guide us through this. Lord, help us to endure whenever you've asked us to. Help us to suffer patiently whenever you've called us to. And be with us in that. God, it is not easy, but you have overcome everything, and you've made a way for us. You say that there's nothing we'll face that we can't handle, and that's because we have you, Lord, to guide us. So God, be with us in our hearts as we grow in you and as we attempt to walk closer and closer to you every day. We pray all these things in your name. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me today in your movement and in your breath, and I look forward to seeing you next time.